Hi, this is Rachelle with Live in Vibrancy, and today I want to answer the question, so if we understand what's coming up, how do we release it? This is often a client-specific answer, so I'm going to give you a general overview of some of the steps or a number of the steps that I would normally suggest. So first of all, whenever you're triggered by something, it's important to recognize that you're often responding to an internal idea that you're going to lose something or that you can't have something. And so once you notice where in your body this feeling is presenting, so for example, say it's in your stomach, it's important to take that moment and become really present. So to become really present, I start noticing the sound of my breath or the beat of my heart. My kitty wants to join. And then really be present with the sensation. So we're saying it's in the stomach. So this means that it is powerlessness, self-esteem, things of that nature. So we know what this is. Now this is often where, depending on the client, and they're feeling this in their body, I'm going to ask them to start, once they've allowed it, they allow this feeling to be there. So it's important to recognize you're not resisting the feeling, so your body is relaxing, and you're allowing this feeling to be there. Now, if a story begins to come up and they recognize that maybe this story has been running, it's come up here and there just in bits and pieces, or they're holding anger against someone and then the story that's connected to that anger comes up, then I would recommend journaling. And this is where basically you're doing stream of consciousness writing until you feel like you've hit the bottom of this. And often what will happen is this story will take you to another story, which will take you to another story, which will take you to another story, and you're just going to keep going. But the goal is not necessarily only to be just journaling the story. Yes, be journaling the story in stream of consciousness, but also be cognizant that you are challenging the ideas that are coming up again and again. Because there will be a cohesion to the stories. There will be one common idea, and it will often be related to a limiting belief of some sort. And so, I will frequently tell people that they will need to do this more than one time, depending on the severity, I suppose, of the belief, depending on how ingrained, how long they've lived with this, and how intense a story comes up. I will also often suggest that they then begin to release the feeling. And that is essentially where you just ask, can I let this go? And sometimes I've had this before where I'm not ready to let it go. And I have received a resounding no. And so that is definitely an indication that there's some journaling to do in there, or some other sort of maybe some shadow work. But ideally, these are some of the ways. But the best case scenario is where you can just begin to ask yourself, can I let this go? And even if you can just let it go just a tiny bit, it means that just being able to let it go a little this time means next time you'll be able to let it go a little more. Because law of attraction basically means that focusing on letting it go rather than keeping it ensures that amplifies, that focus grows, because what you put your focus on grows. So if you're focusing on the fact that you can't let it go, then you're going to hold it. And if you are just focusing even on just letting it go, just a minuscule, then that opens that doorway to begin to let it go more and more. So I hope that answered this question and was helpful. If you like this content and you find it helpful, please feel free to join my Facebook group. There's a link in the description. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell so you get a notification every time I put out a new video. And have a fantastic Tuesday.